not even trying. I don't need no weed to get high, bitch, I'm flying. I'm working on time and I'm not ever signing. These niggas get money and play start declining. Niggas gon' hate, that's how it be. Shout out bro Cyrus, that be my G. I'm a weird nigga, tongue on her feet. You a pro nigga, look pro Tennessee. I am not finished, I'm just getting started. I pull up my penis, that bitch go retarded. She gon' lick the tip of my ass while I'm farting. I sneak her crib, what's another hard carpet? I might be just tripping, but nigga, I'm talking. Give me a room with that hoe, she ain't walking.
Today I'm finally going to be dropping my dribble moves, and I'm also going to be showing how to do some of the moves that I do. So let me start off with the Sigs. I'm going to do my script on the animation so. Alright, dribble style, you got, I'm using Kyrie Irving. Some of the good ones that I know apart from this one are James Harden, Shifty, Quick, some people use Power, LeBron. I know people that speak good also use Steve Nash. I don't speak good, so that's not for me, but if you dribble that way, go with Steve Nash too. But I personally like Kyrie because I feel like it's a mixture of quick and shifty. Crossover. If you're just trying to get space, I would go with Pro 3 because it covers the most ground when you do it. But if you like trying to use the crossover to like combo up, then I'll go with Pro 2. Behind the back, I mean Pro 5 or Pro 6 are okay, but I simply prefer Pro 3 to be honest. Basic spin, I know a lot of people use Pro 4, but I use basic 1 for that little glitch spin. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, that little glitch spin once you do some type of move towards your defender. So I personally use basic 1, but Pro 4 isn't bad. If you really want to, you could use Pro 4. Moving hesitation, I got Pro 8. Really all of these are decent. But I think Pro 8. I think Pro 8 is probably the best one out of these. Signature size up, I got on D Rose. I feel like it's the fastest to like burst out of. Like after he does that little between the legs in the beginning, like it's very easy to burst out of it and get space. Some other good ones, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. Kemba Walker is a very underrated one. Kemba Walker has a very good signature size up. If you don't want to use D Rose, definitely try out Kemba Walker. Tim Hardaway is also decent. Park size up, that don't even matter, but I got on Park 7. Basic size up, I feel like the fastest one is definitely Pro 2. I know some people use Pro 5, but right now I got on Pro 2. Escape, okay. Let me explain this one real quick. I'm pretty sure everyone uses either Pro 2 or Pro 5. I used to use these two for the curve light animation, but there's a specific, very specific reason that I got on Pro 4 Escape that I'll show y'all later. And then triple threat. Don't think you'll give a fuck about that. So, alright, now I'm about to show some of the moves. Tyler Hero, your time has come. So for a half spin when the ball's in your right hand, you want to start at around 5 or 4 o'clock and rotate up to 1 or 2 o'clock. So it should look like that. But if the ball's in your left hand, you want to start about like 7 and 8 o'clock and rotate all the way up to 10 or 11. So it don't rotate all the way on the half, but like it's kind of like half of the semicircle on the side of your controller. So that'll activate a half spin. So one of the things that I actually chain out of the half spin is a fumble cancel. So that's what I'm about to show y'all next. Basically, to activate a fumble, right, all you gotta do is chain 2 spins together. Because like 2K this year they don't let you chain 2 spins together, so they're gonna force you to fumble if you try to. So all you gotta do, right, what I do is I just do 2 half spins in the same direction. So if the ball's in my right hand, I just do a half spin and half spin that way. Wow, I'm fucking trash. did that half spin. So just 2 half spins in the same direction, and that'll activate a fumble. So after you activate the fumble, how you want to cancel it is as you're fumbling, right? So about halfway through the fumble animation, hold LT. And as soon as you hold LT, just do a move. Like a crossover, behind the back, spin, whatever. Just do something with your right stick. Right after you hold LT, and it'll break out of the fumble. So activate the fumble. You know, if my trash guys can actually do it. Hold LT, and right there I did a spin. As soon as I touched LT, I just did a spin, and it broke out of the fumble. So activate a fumble by chaining together 2 spins. Halfway through the fumble, start holding LT, and then flick out of it. One thing you don't want to do, like when you're doing this move though, is don't hold the LT all the way through the break, like even after you break out of it, because what's gonna happen is as soon as you break out of it, you're gonna come out in a post up and it's just not gonna look as clean. So as you're breaking out of it, like towards the very end, you wanna let go of LT and just let the move that you did play out. That way it doesn't look like you posted up. All right, next move. All right, next move that I think has a part in like a lot of chains in this game is a simple momentum crossover. This move been in the game for forever. A lot of people know how to do it at this point, but if you don't, I'm gonna just show y'all how real quick. So to do a momentum crossover, if the ball is in your right hand, right, you wanna flick your right stick to the left. So you just wanna flick your right stick straight over to the opposite ball hand, right? But right after you do that, put your left stick in that same spot. So flick your right stick to the opposite side, and then your left stick follows right after. And then it makes a momentum. So if the ball's in your left hand, your right stick's gonna go to the right, and then right after your left stick's gonna go to the right. Alright, so that's a momentum. Alright, next thing I'm gonna show that a lot of people have been doing recently is a park handle cancel. If you don't know what that is, it's basically if you start a park handle and you break out of it, like you could do some glitchy moves out of it. So in order to activate a park handle, all you gotta do is tap on your left stick. I forgot to mention this in the video, but the only way to activate park handles is if you have on Hall of Fame tight handles. So make sure you have on Hall of Fame tight handles if you want to activate those. Back to the video. Like don't flick it in any specific direction, just press it down. So after tapping on your left stick, you want to cancel it basically the same way that you cancel the fumble, is by tapping left, holding down left trigger halfway through the animation and then doing a move out of it. Like right there, it'll just cancel it. So start a park handle by tapping left trigger. Oh my dumbass. Start a park handle by tapping left stick, and then halfway through, start holding down LT, and then do a move to break out of it. Like that. Alright, next move is, as y'all probably remember from earlier, I said I used basic 1 instead of Pro 4 spin in order to get this animation right here. Hold on. Why is he clamping me right now? Anyway, I used basic 1 spin in order to get this little glitchy spin back animation. So I'm going to show you how to activate that. So basically what you want to do, right? You could do any move coming up the court. You could do a move in between the legs or a move and crossover. But like as you're coming up the court, just do a move, right? And then after you do the move, you want to rotate your right stick from, like, let's say after you do the move, let's say the ball's in your left hand originally, right? So that means after you do the move, the ball's gonna be in your right hand. You want to rotate your stick from 12 to 6. So it's a spin, but like you want to do the rotation deeper. That way it activates the glitch spin. Because what's gonna happen if you don't do it as deep is gonna do that wide ass spin that basic one has. So yeah, it's gonna give you the wrong animation if you don't rotate enough. So all you gotta do is start the rotation longer so you don't get that animation right there. So if the ball ends up in your right hand after the move, 12 to 6. If it ends up in your left hand after the move, basically 12 to 6 but on the left side. And it should result in that animation right there. Alright, next move I'm gonna show is the basic long spin back. Almost every guard knows how to do this at this point, but if you don't, I'm gonna show you how. All you wanna do, right after you pass your defender, do a spin, right? So like if the ball is in your right hand, you're gonna do a spin to the right side, like from the right side, like just how you would do a normal spin, but hold your left stick back as you're doing the spin. And it's just gonna give you an animation where the spin gets extra long and you could kill your defender with it if he is running full speed after you. So it should look like that. Alright, after the long spin back, the last thing I can think of when it comes to moves that I do consistently is, so remember earlier how I said that I use Pro 4 Escape for a very specific reason. The reason why is this animation right here. If y'all don't remember from 2K20, what you could do, right? You could move in a little bit towards the 3-point line or towards the mid-range, wherever you're about to go. You just move in slightly, then as soon as you hit that spot, you just come back out with that escape. I get a lot of people with this because no one really uses that like as a part of their dribbling. So whenever I pull this out, it's very like confusing to people. So if y'all have never tried this escape package, I would definitely recommend it because this move right here is a killer. So all you gotta do, so let's say you standing like right here, right? You move in a little bit, stop fully, because if you don't stop, you're gonna get this animation. Go to the paint, stop fully. Then after stopping, while holding down your right trigger, flick your right stick back. So as soon as you hit the stop, RT and flick your right stick back, and you should get this escape animation. It murders people, bro, trust me. Alright, bro. That's gonna be all for this video. If y'all have any other dribble moves that like maybe I forgot to mention and y'all don't know how to do, just ask me in the comments. I'll try to explain it through the comments. Or if there's a dribble move that I mentioned in this video that y'all didn't understand, also let me know. I'll try to explain it through the comments. But that's gonna be it for me, bro. I'll catch y'all in the next one.